We go now to Richland County, where just in the last couple of hours, the National Weather Service confirmed an EF2 tornado did in fact touch down. Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling has been in Plymouth throughout the day. She joins us now with a closer look at the damage. We saw some awful video coming out of Logan County. Betsy, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, it's obviously pretty shocking when you come on a scene and you see, trees torn up and whatnot. Obviously, you could see a big pile of debris. This was all over the place, and they've kind of put it into one pile. And you're looking at chunks of trees, and these are not small trees. These were healthy trees that have obviously been just sheared apart. And then, of course, the house here has damage, part of the roof missing. Jenny Beveridge is the homeowner. She and her husband, Keith, were home last night, the kids, too. Jenny, tell us about, kind of how all this ended up happening.
We was sitting down and we got a message across our phone saying that there was a tornado in the area to take shelter immediately. We ended up going to the basement and kind of hanging out for a few minutes, probably about 5 minutes down there, and we started hearing the wind pick up, and then our ears started popping, so we told the girls to get down on the ground. We had blankets, kind of covered them over, and then we laid our bodies on top of them to protect them. And then we just waited it out, and it was only over in a couple minutes. And then just kind of got up here and looked out at the damage to see what we could see. It was dark by then, so
just shocking.
Yeah,
most certainly. Well, the cleanup has just started, and I know people were here to help immediately. As a matter of fact, she said one of the first things they saw when they came out is lights down the street. The emergency crews were already on the way here, and thankfully no injuries. Thank goodness. Most certainly, Jenny. The Emergency Management Agency for Richland County and also Huron County has been helping in this situation. Aubrey Buckley was here earlier today helping or following along with some of those emergency crews and has an update on all of that. Bree?
Yeah, Betsy, the damage, as you mentioned, just when you drive around is shocking. If you look right where we are here, you can see the tree just uprooted and then metal that has been blown into the branches. That's what the EMA director said that they've seen all around both areas here that the storm hit. Over here, you see people cleaning up. That's the pile of debris that was just scattered all about. Now they're on the roof trying to get that patched up. If you take a look at video that we shot earlier today, we spoke to families who say that they're just thankful to be alive. And looking at the damage, you can see why. Both Crawford and Richland EMA directors say about a handful of homes in each county were damaged, but no one was injured. That's what's important. That includes livestock and other animals. Both directors say all residents they spoke with went to the basement when they heard the warning, possibly why we haven't heard of any injuries.
If you think of something a football field wide rolling across your property with 120-mile-an-hour winds, it took things in every direction. What it looks like on the trees for us is like they were put in a blender.
So as you hear out here, the cleanup continues. Now neighbors are focused on removing trees and debris, getting the roofs patched up. Now the EMA director actually has another message about how to be rather prepared for the next time something like this happens as the weather patterns change. I'll have more on that coming up tonight at 5. Betsy?
Stand by.
All right, Bree, thank you so much. Certainly the Emergency Management Agency plays a critical role in this and coordinating all the services to make sure the area is protected and whatnot. And this is very much in a path, a track. This tornado was on the ground for 17 miles. Now, there may be a few hits and skips, but 120-mile-per-hour winds confirmed in this. We'll talk more about the damage and how we know that those were 120-mile-per-hour winds that came through in this half-mile wide tornado on this 17-mile track through northern portions of Richland County and areas farther to the west. But for now, the good news here from Richland County is that there are no injuries. Damage can be picked up, but thankfully there are no injuries. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, that certainly is good news. Betsy.